For more than 7 decades, one name has remained one of the most recognized and controversial in motorcycle culture: the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club. With their iconic red and white patches, roaring Harley-Davidson motorcycles, and a reputation that has traveled across continents, the Hells Angels have become far more than just a local riding club. To some, they represent a brotherhood built on loyalty and shared identity. To others, they are an organization that has attracted decades of law enforcement investigations and public controversy. From their origins in post-war California to their expansion into dozens of countries, the story of the Hells Angels is closely connected to the evolution of outlaw motorcycle culture itself. But how did this club begin? How does the organization actually work? And why has the Hells Angels name remained so widely discussed for more than 70 years? In this documentary, we explore the history, structure, expansion, and cultural impact of one of the most famous motorcycle clubs in the world. Origins of the Hells Angels. The Hells Angels Motorcycle Club was founded in 1948 in Fontana, California. The years following World War II were a time of major social change in the United States. Many returning veterans struggled to readjust to civilian life after the intensity of military service. Motorcycle clubs quickly became a way for many riders to recreate the sense of camaraderie and freedom they had experienced during the war. Groups of riders began forming clubs across California, sharing a passion for motorcycles, long road trips, and the independence that came with life on the open road. Among these early riding groups, the Hells Angels began forming their own identity. The club adopted its now famous Death Head logo, a symbol that would eventually become one of the most recognizable patches in motorcycle culture. In the early years, the club was relatively small, but its strong internal culture and growing reputation quickly attracted attention. As new riders joined and new chapters formed, the Hells Angels name began spreading beyond California. Expansion. Across the United States, during the 1950s and 1960s, the Hells Angels expanded steadily throughout the United States. New chapters were established in different states, each connected to the broader identity of the club, but operating within their own local environment. Motorcycle rallies, road trips, and club events helped strengthen relationships between chapters. Over time, the club developed a recognizable structure that allowed new chapters to form, while maintaining the organization's overall identity. By the late 1960s, the Hells Angels had become one of the most well-known motorcycle clubs in the country. Their growing visibility also attracted increasing media attention, especially as the counterculture movements of the era brought motorcycle clubs into the public spotlight. International expansion. The influence of the Hells Angels did not remain limited to the United States. In the decades that followed, new chapters began appearing in other countries. Today, the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club has chapters across multiple continents, including Canada, Germany, Australia, the United Kingdom, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Spain, Italy, and several other regions. Each chapter maintains the club's recognizable symbols, traditions, and structure while operating within its own local community. Despite this global expansion, the organization still maintains a strong shared identity tied to its original culture, membership, and club structure. Becoming a full member of the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club is not a simple process. Like many established motorcycle clubs, the organization follows a structured membership path designed to ensure loyalty and trust among members. The process generally includes several stages. First is the hang-around phase, where individuals spend time around club members and become familiar with the club's culture and expectations. Next comes the prospect stage. During this phase, individuals may assist the club and demonstrate their dedication and reliability. Prospects are closely observed by full members, and this stage can last a significant amount of time. Only after successfully completing this process may an individual be considered for full membership. Full members are then allowed to wear the club's complete patch, often referred to as colors. This patch is considered a symbol of loyalty, identity, and belonging within the organization. Rivalries and motorcycle club culture. The world of outlaw motorcycle clubs has historically included rivalries between different organizations. Over the years, certain clubs have developed tense relationships with one another, sometimes leading to public conflicts and legal investigations. However, motorcycle club culture is complex and varies widely depending on region and circumstances. Many clubs emphasize riding, brotherhood, and loyalty within their own membership. At the same time, law enforcement agencies in several countries have investigated alleged criminal activity associated with certain individuals connected to motorcycle clubs. These investigations have contributed to the controversial reputation surrounding some organizations. Law enforcement investigations. For decades, the Hells Angels have been the subject of attention from law enforcement agencies in multiple countries. Authorities have conducted investigations related to allegations involving organized criminal activity connected to some members or associates. These investigations have resulted in arrests, court cases, and public debate regarding the role and structure of outlaw motorcycle clubs. At the same time, members of the Hells Angels have frequently stated that the club itself is primarily a motorcycle brotherhood centered around riding culture. The legal and social discussions surrounding the organization have therefore remained complex and often controversial. Internal culture and brotherhood. Inside the club, loyalty and personal relationships play an important role. Members often describe the club as a close-knit brotherhood built around shared experiences and mutual respect. Motorcycle rides, gatherings, and club meetings form an important part of the group's culture. Clubhouses also serve as central locations where members can meet, plan events, and maintain their connections with one another. For many members, the club represents a major part of their personal identity and social network. This strong internal culture has helped the organization maintain continuity across multiple generations. Influence on global motorcycle culture. Over time, the Hells Angels have had a significant influence on the broader world of motorcycle clubs. Many traditions associated with outlaw motorcycle culture, including club patches, structured membership systems, and strong internal hierarchies, became widely recognized through clubs like the Hells Angels. The club's distinctive visual identity, especially the red and white death head patch, has become one of the most recognizable symbols in motorcycle culture. Because of this visibility, the Hells Angels have appeared in numerous books, documentaries, and media reports exploring the history of motorcycle clubs and organized groups. Conclusion: from a small motorcycle club founded in California in 1948 to a globally recognized organization with chapters across several continents, the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club has maintained a powerful presence in motorcycle culture for more than 70 years. Its story reflects themes of loyalty, identity, and the complex relationship between underground organizations and public perception. Whether viewed as a brotherhood of riders or as a subject of law enforcement scrutiny, the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club remains one of the most enduring names in outlaw motorcycle history. And as long as questions remain about organized crime, motorcycle culture, and group identity, stories like this will continue to draw attention. If you found this documentary informative, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more deep dive documentaries on global crime history.